Hello everyone, I am Opio Benjamin, and with me here is a team from Soroti Municipal, the Cyber Knights Uganda, and we are here representing the school. My far right, we have Joshua, who is our builder, then Babazi, who is our publisher, Jonathan, who is our publisher as well as a builder, Flavia here is our publisher, we have Gideon here, publisher, Shannon, our builder, then Joseph, who is multipurpose, helps us a lot. He's a builder, programmer, and a publisher. Personally, what inspired me to join robotics? Growing up, being a child, I was back there in some local place where people found it hard to ferry jerry cans from the well, and something beat my mind as I watched some car movie called Transformers, where things would be elevated by the help of robots. This inspired me so much, and I had that urge to always learn robotics. So, by God's grace, the Lord led me to this mighty institution, Soroti Municipal. And by the grace of God, I found my Uncle Moses, who taught me more about robotics. And currently, right now as a team, we are able to elevate things. Actually, right now, if I'm to flash back from where we began, that was too much. But right now, I bet you, if given the opportunity, I can lift a jerry can by the help of a robot. Cyber Knights has come from afar, and we are still moving further. Back then, if we are to look at the history, we have been champions since 2013, and that is our record. We hold it. We are the champions of the East. That's what they are known. That's what is known to us. So, what I urge you guys is, like, let Cyber Knights Uganda be the first priority you guys should always have. See, there's this current game we had that was spin up. That was last year. It was some game that was challenging, whereby we had to use robots to pick up some other things from the ground and put in some basket. It was so challenging, but with the help of this good team, we were able to get there. We got there through teamwork, persistence. Persistence, there are some challenges that come our way, just like some ideas are not considered. But we looked into the matter, and we had to make sure that all ideas are considered and a best and suitable idea is picked. Like, for instance, we form cyber groups. That is the group that is in charge of the base, the elevation, the movement, and the wiring. So each of them opted out a point on how to name the groups. Like, some of these guys here are in charge of wiring, some of them are in charge of publicity. Publicity is like a body that is dealing with public speaking. Like, for example, when we go out there to go for competitions, our publishers are the ones who help us in most cases. They are the ones who speak for us. They explain the robot. Because in competitions, we have a lot of work. We are so busy. So these publishers here are so important to us. Then we have the builders. Those are the guys who build. And that's where the idea of cyber groups comes in. The guys who are in charge of the base and the elevation parts. Like the base, if there is a problem with the base, the guys who are questionable, the guys who should be questioned are the guys who are in charge of the base, the wiring, and so on, respective. So Cyber Knights is very good. It's like, if I'm to flash back in the history, it's a very, very strong team. And Cyber Knights Uganda, that name was got from some team in Canada there. It's called Cyber Knights. So they also win consecutively. We also got that prestige from them and decided that since we also win in most cases, let's also make that name Cyber Knights Uganda. So right now in the East, when you come to the East, we are the governors of the East. So my humble appeal to you guys is that take robotics into your blood. Let it be in your veins. It's very easy. It's very simple. It's not hard. I also started from trash, and right now where I am, you can also reach. So my colleague here, Jonathan, can motivate you a bit. Jonathan.
Thanks so much, my brother. Um, Cyber Knights is a very good team. Like, if I'm like to reflect back, when our team went to Israel, because they were main teams, but our team happened to be among the 15 or like the 15.
That was out of 150.
Yeah, out of 150, and it was among the best teams. And when we came to Uganda, our team Cyber Knights Uganda is the champions. Yeah, and I'm like a in terms of like building, we decided like if like we are like to be perfect in everything, we decided to separate people, whereby we started by forming groups in
Those are the cyber groups.
yeah cyber groups, but we named them. This cyber 1 is for the base, then cyber 2 is for the elevation, then cyber 3 is the publishing. So for us to be more effective, we decided like before we make our robot, we like to make a plan. We give each person to come up with an idea, draw a plan. Then from there we all gather up our ideas so that we come up with one. And they made us like to always win most of the trophies.
Yeah, and by that is what is helping us. Like, for example, each of us, like when a new game comes out, each of us is given a task, like to sketch a robot, your personal idea on how the robot should look like and what it should do. So what Joshua can bring out and what Joseph can bring out, those ideas are combined together and we make a more suitable robot that will help us in the competition. And that is what is helping us a lot. Say, for instance, let me flash back currently. When we went to Kampala, there was some robot there called High Stakes, some game called High Stakes. That game, that was around January, where we went for during holidays. In that game, it was so challenging in such a way that we had to make the robot from the competition area. And that is without a, for example, if we didn't have that skill, we wouldn't have gone there, we wouldn't have made it. But through teamwork from each of us and cooperativeness, persistence, and creativity, we were able to do that. In the competition, we meet a lot of guys. Some of the core values of robotics is teamwork, creativity, and you can also have fun. Like, for example, if someone brings out an idea that is funny, you can't hold your laughter. I bet you can't hold it. So there in the competition, I bet to say this, but one of our colleagues brought in some idea that was taking us to some previous game we had, and it was so funny that I laughed. But nevertheless, it helped us somehow. So in the competition, where the high stakes, the robot was supposed to climb something, some raised thing, like up to this level, like 10 feet from the ground. So we boiled our brains, creativity, teamwork, that that role of problem solving helped us a lot. So guys sat down, each one had a pencil on their hand, and different ideas started coming up. So by surprise, one of the new guys came up with the best idea. That shows that even newly introduced guys, those new guys, they can do something. And the guy we introduced of recent, that is Joshua there, is the one who gave us that idea of how to climb. What we thought wasn't possible was made possible. Ginger was the previous competition we went to, and the theme of the game was nothing but net. So the robot was simply supposed to pick up some balls from the ground and dispose them into some net. That is either by shooting or picking them and dropping them one by one. But as Cyber Knights, we decided that dropping them to the lower goal, that would give us a minimum number of points. So we opted for the high level where the balls would be thrown to the net so that we get more points. And that helped us. Like before we went for the competition, we had, like as my brother Jonathan here mentioned earlier, issues of cyber groups. We had like two teams, opposite teams. Each team made their own robot. Like they had their own specific number of group members, then even this team. So there was a competition and a goal that was placed, like an award that each of them was supposed to win. The winning team was supposed to walk up each person with a bottle of soda. Then the losers will have to clean the robotics room for 1 week consecutive. So guys were scared of cleaning the room because the room is compacted. It's not spacious because many things are filled everywhere. Many robots are in, they're making the room untidy. So the judges were pleased with our engineering notebook because we were the only team that had an engineering notebook. And in that engineering notebook, it consists of like a step by step of how you made your robot. You came up with your robot from level 1 to where it is right now. And also we had like teamwork. We're together. Whenever they would call for us, we would subject there immediately. We would not waste time. And that is also key. Timekeeping is also awarded. Confidence is also main key. And that goes to our publishers. They're the ones who help us in that sector of public speaking. They're the ones who do that. Also, our robot was too fast, so efficient. Like out of 100, I'd give it an efficiency of 95. 95. It was so efficient.
Said, my name is Joshua, and some of the lessons I learned in the previous competition was teamwork and hard work, because without a team you can't achieve anything. You can't achieve anything when you're alone. You need people around you to keep on motivating you. That's one of the things I learned.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Esther, as you said. I'm in the publishing sector. As we went for the journey, we knew that we were not going for a joke or for a game. We were there for business, and totally business. But as publishers, we have a lot in our minds. We have key sectors we have to approach. The engineering notebook was one of our greatest challenges. We had to collect information about the group and every member in it. Like for example, right now, you can ask me Benjamin's hobby and I know it. That's part of the engineering notebook we have to collect. We have to collect information from every individual of the Cyber Knights because it values the group and the team. So as I was there, I learned that being a team doesn't mean that you have to always be like forced or non-forced, but always serious. Meaning that if you are there, don't go there knowing that it's a must, we have to be this and this. We have to be free, feel free, and just do whatever you feel like and feel free doing it. So the lessons I learned was have fun, do what makes you happy, and make sure you have an end result which is good.
Thanks so much. Once more, my name is Ogavin Menapan. From Ginger, I learned like not every idea that you gather is a mistake. Always, when someone brings up an idea, always put attention to it because it can also help in some other time.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, people. Well, as my colleagues have already said, and I have to agree with one of them, one of the things also we learned is that teamwork is key. And when we went there like as a team, and should not always go like with a goal of winning only, but also like go like as a team and try your best. Whatever comes out, you're going there as a team, and it's always good to be there for each other.
What I also learned is that never be scared of starting afresh from trash. Like when you restart something, it makes you more perfect. For instance, like if your robot jams, never be scared to restart, because the next time you start, you'll be starting as an alpha, not as a junior. That's what I learned.
Like when we get the media competition, like I learned that teamwork is key because when you're alone, you can't match. So like when you're working as a team, you can come up with ideas that can help, and that's what I learned.
I said my name is Shannon, and as I'm a builder, there are many challenges you face in the building sector. Maybe you make a mistake as you're building, and maybe the robot doesn't do exactly what the competition wants to do. But I learned that we should always have hope, work as a team, and be persistent and determined, and always have hope. You may go to the competition and find different types of robots, and maybe mine won't, ours is not perfect, may not do this, but always have hope and trust the work of your hands. That's what I think.
Well, on my side, I learned so many things. Like one of them is persistence. Like never give up in anything that you're doing. When you start something, however hard it is, there are challenges on the way. It's not that you will start something and complete it so soon. There are some challenges, so never give up when you find a challenge. Keep it in your mind like you can make it. And also, I learned not to despise anyone or anyone's idea, because you might despise your friend's idea or the new member in the team, yet that person has a good idea for the team. That will make you guys win. Yeah, that's what I learned.
My deep appreciation goes to our mentors, that is Uncle Moses, Madam Sophia. Thank you so much for all your efforts. Without you, we wouldn't be here. Without you, Cybernights would not be known. Without your skill, without your togetherness with us, we wouldn't be here. Thank you so much. And to our sponsors, Pilgrim, we are so much grateful to you. We are so much grateful to you. Without you, we would be lacking so many equipment. I really don't know how to appreciate you, but we are really grateful to you. And to the organizers of Uganda Robotics League, that is Madame Michelle, we are so much grateful to you. Thank you for your unregrettable outreach. We are so much grateful to you. Thank you so much. And we say so much delighted and so much thankful to you for all the days of our lives. As Sabanites, we are not stopping there. We still have goals, and next month, around 6, we look forward to participating in VEX competitions in the US. And later on, in November, we are going to Israel for the competition of robotics, and that will be FTC, a senior robotics from the one we are currently doing, that is VEX. So we hope that we shall meet some of you there, and we hope what we have mentioned out will motivate you to join robotics. Robotics is so much, it's so good. Just go with one heart, one morale, teamwork, and I bet you will reach where we are. Just put in too much work in it, too much effort. We love you all. Thank you. Cybernights forever.